Hello guys, my name is Jess and welcome to my channel. Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. So happy and excited to have you here today. And I'm really excited for today's video because I have so many new people on my channel and most of them didn't see like all of the DIYs that I have been made throughout the years. So in today's video I decided to put together like my fall DIYs. They're not pumpkins or like signs, they're like some projects and pieces that you can use to decorate your home. I hope that makes sense. But anyways, I decided to put all of these ideas in one video for you guys, so I hope that you like it, and if you do, please say big thumbs up. That really helps to support this channel, and make sure that you're subscribed and hit the bell to get notified every single time that I'm going to be uploading new videos. And remember to follow me on all my social media pages, webpage, jazomy.com, and my other channel, Jazomy Home. All of the links are always in the description box of every single video. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to be using this fleece baby blanket that Dollar Tree has, and I love it, so I decided to make a pillow cover. So what I did was to double my blanket and I cut it the size that I need. If you have a sewing machine, you can sew the fabric to make it stronger. But guys, this is going to be a decorative pillow, so nobody's going to be using it. And I decided to make it easier and use hot glue on the edges to form the pillow cover, and then just leave a side open so you can fill it later. Once that part is ready, you can use a stencil. You can make it yourself using a contact paper, or you can use a Cricut as I did. And I wrote the word grateful and I stick it on the fabric. Then to paint it, I decided to use a black chalk paint and a sponge, and I began to paint the pillow cover very carefully so as not mess with the paint. And guys, something very important is that you must put some piece of paper or cardboard inside of the pillowcase so that the paint does not leak to the other side of the fabric. Once the paint is dry, you can remove your stencil, and this is how the word is going to look like, and I just love it. Now I'm going to be using two of these Dollar Tree burlap fall leaves, and I'm going to glue them on the bottom side of the pillow cover. To stick it, you must use a fabric glue, or you can use hot glue, but you need to be very careful not to place too much. And another thing that I did was to cut one of the leaves a little bit smaller, just to make it look better, and I glued that on the side of the large one. From there, I decided to make some tassels with youth cord from Dollar Tree, and it is super simple. I just give it about 30 turns in my fingers so that it was quite large and thick, and it will look so good in my pillow. And I make another 3 to have a total of 4 tassels, so I can have one for each side of the pillowcase. If you have a big sewing needle, you can use it to sew the tassels in your pillowcase, or you can maybe tie the youth cord piece inside of the pillowcase as I did, and then just reinforce it with hot glue. I hope that makes sense and you can see what I'm doing right now. Once you have all the tassels ready, you must have to fulfill the pillow cover, and finally you can sew or glue that side of your pillowcase. Once finished, this will be the result of my Dollar Tree throw pillow, and it is very easy to do. It has many details and textures, and I just love how it turned out. I will be using something a little bit different and strange maybe. I'm going to be using mouse traps, and these come 4 in a package in Dollar Tree. And the first thing I'm going to be doing is to remove all the metal pieces with my tweezers, because we only need the wooden pieces. Guys, I think these wooden pieces are a great option to use in crafts if your Dollar Tree doesn't have any like crafters squares area, and they work perfect. So yeah. After removing all the metal pieces, your wood will have some very small holes that you can fill maybe with wood filler, and then you can sand everything to have a smooth surface. To paint these pieces, I decide to use my Waverly Wax in antique color, and I give it a coat of paint and let them dry. Once all the pieces are dry, I decide to resand the edges of each piece just to give it more dimension and like highlight all the natural wood color. And I really love this technique, and I use it in so many projects that I made with wood. Now guys, you can use maybe a stencil and paint. I decide to use my Cricut. I made a decal with the word fall, and I put 1 letter on each of the wooden pieces. Okay, from there I need a vase for this project, so I decide to use this Dollar Tree wood sign, and I mark and cut with my saw machine about 9.5 inches long. Once it is cut, I'm going to be changing the color, and for that I use my Waverly chalk paint in black color. I paint everything and then let it dry. From there, I decide to put each wood piece in order, forming the word fall with hot glue on this vase. Finally, I decide to add more details, something with textures, so I decide to use this U twine from Dollar Tree, and I stick it to the vase, giving it 2 turns. And you can also stick pumpkins or maybe leaves to add more color, and it will look great. My loves, this will be the result of my second project, and I really love how it turned out. I only spent like $2 in this project, and it looks amazing, and nobody will know that you use mouse traps to make it. Okay, for the next project, I will be using this Dollar Tree glass bowl, and it comes in a set of 4. I'm only going to need 1 for this DIY, and I'm also going to be using a piece of Dollar Tree ribbon. I really like this one. It's supposed to be like cream color, but I'm just reusing this one, and I really like it because the unique design it has. And what I'm going to be doing is to paint both pieces with my spray paint in metallic copper color. Once the paint is dry, I will stick this hurricane vase on the top of the glass bowl that must be upside down to make it look like a vase. And to glue these 2 pieces together, I'm going to be using E6000 glue and hot glue. From there, what I'm going to be doing is to glue the piece of ribbon with hot glue between the hurricane vase and the glass bowl. This is going to make our lantern look like a little bit better, and that you cannot see like the union of both pieces. You can leave your project like this, or you can add the details. And I'm going to be gluing a piece of like a small stick and also a very small like wooden circle that I have, and I paint both pieces with copper spray paint. And this is going to basically be like a system to turn on your lamp, so you must stick them where the piece of ribbon is. I really hope that makes sense, but just remember, you don't need to do this. This is like an extra, but I think it looks good.
Finally, you can put a battery candle if you want, or maybe a real candle, and that will be it, guys. This will be the result of the third project, and I love how it looks. I think it is the perfect piece to add in your fall decor. It is simple and easy to make. Next project, I'm going to be using 4 of these Dollar Tree small round ceramic plates in white color, and I want to recreate a set of dishes that Kirkland's have. It is this set and I love them. So with my Cricut, I decided to make 4 decals with the words gather, enjoy, eat, and laugh. So I cut each word apart, and then I put a transfer tape on it, and then I just stick those words in the center of each plate. And guys, again, I use the font called Vanilla for the words. I highly recommend using a permanent vinyl so you can use and wash these dishes and your vinyl is not going to get damaged. Just don't put them in the dishwasher and you're gonna be fine. Once you put the vinyl on each plate, you can decorate your dining table, and the charger and the other white plates are from Dollar Tree too. And the burlap napkin, the striped runner, and these eucalyptus garland are from Amazon, and I'll leave you the link of each product in the description box of the video. Guys, this will be the result of this DIY, and I love it because it looks amazing, and I did it for a fraction of the price, so I'm really happy for that. I will be using this galvanized bucket. It is from Dollar Tree and I really love this bucket, but I wanted to decorate for fall, and what is rated does not work. So I'm going to be using nail polish remover, and I'm going to basically erase those words. Okay, once you have erased the letters, this is how it will look. And now I want to add details in copper color because I think that these two colors look perfect together. So I'm only going to be painting the top edge of the bucket and the bottom part. So for that, the first thing I'm going to be doing is to use tape. This blue tape, it is from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to cover everything that I don't want to be painted. Guys, I also add this paper because I'm going to be painting my bucket with spray paint, and I want to make sure to cover everything very well. And then I'm going to be painting my bucket using copper color, and I use this spray paint. Once everything is done, you can remove the paper and the tape from your bucket. And guys, just in case, I bought this spray paint in Amazon and I love how it looks. So in the description, you can find a link of this product. From there, you can place a ribbon or maybe a bow in the center, or you can place a stencil or stickers. And I decided to make this decal with my Cricut, and I stick it in the center of my bucket. Once the bucket is ready, you can fill it with stems, flowers, or maybe pumpkins or whatever you want. And I'm going to be putting this paper, or you can put maybe a bag just to fill it, and then you can add Spanish moss. And finally, I just decided to put 3 pumpkins on different sizes, colors, and textures. And I also add a little bit of greenery, and that will be all. Once you're finished, this will be the result, and I really love how it looks and how fun it can be to decorate this bucket, and it is super budget friendly and it looks amazing. I'm going to be using this Dollar Tree vase that I love. I really like the nice shape that it has, and I wanted to add some legs to this vase. So for that, I'm going to be using these wooden caps that I got from Walmart, and this package has 8 in 2 different sizes. And for this project, I'm only going to be using 3 of the smallest ones. To stick them, I will use E6000 glue to make it strong and hot glue to dry faster. After I glue these 3 caps and the glue is dry, you can paint your vase the color you want. I'm going to be using my spray paint in Black Ultra Matte and then let it dry. Once the vase is dry, I decide to use this Dollar Tree U-twine, and I'm going to give it like 2 or 3 turns on the top of the vase and then tie a bow. Then I add a detail to the bow with this wooden fall leaf from Dollar Tree. It's supposed to be a sticker. I just removed the sticker. I made a small hole with my drill and then I tie it with the U-twine. Finally, I decide to place some of these Dollar Tree weeds inside of the vase, and guys, this will be the result, and I love how it looks. I think it has a very high-end looking, and it is perfect for fall and Halloween. For the next project, I will be using 2 packages of these mini white buckets, and each package has 2 buckets, so in total I will be using 4 buckets. The first thing I did was to change the color to one that combines a little bit more with my fall decor this year, and I will be using some spray paint in metallic copper. I painted and then let it dry. Now you can leave them as they are, or maybe you can add stickers on each bucket to say the word fall. You can also use stencils or maybe paint it by hand with black paint or white paint. From there, I just had to fill the buckets inside, and you can put some pumpkins, flowers, or leaves like I did. And then I decided to add these weeds that I just love to create that contrast of colors and textures and add that fall vibe. I buy these weeds in Amazon for a very good price, and of course I'll leave you the link in the description box of the video. Once you finish filling the buckets and you're done, this will be the result of the project, and I really love how they look. I think they are perfect to place on top of a tray maybe, or a shelf, and they just add a really nice fall touch to any area. To be making a wreath using this wood blend wreath from Dollar Tree. This is the biggest one they have, and it is perfect for this project. So I'm going to be decorating this wreath using Dollar Tree weeds in 2 different colors, and I buy about 2 of each color. I will also be using these willows in color like, this is like mustard color. I also get these Dollar Tree foxtail. I think it is beautiful and it is perfect for my wreath, so I bought 2 of these color, and I also get 2 in the mustard color. Okay, to be able to place them in my wreath, I'm going to cut each stem or wire apart, and I'm going to begin to place them around the wreath. You can use glue to peel them, but I don't think it's necessary. I think the key is on the wreath that you are using. I think this one is great for this project, and you can tangle the wires with the wreath, and that will work. First, I put the foxtails in my wreath, creating like a pattern with the 2 colors that I had. Then I'm going to be placing the willows, and I really love them because they add a lot of like volume to the wreath, and it's going to make it look bigger and full. And finally, guys, you can place the weeds, interleaving the colors that you use. Remember that you can put more colors or more stems to your wreath if you want. And once you're finished, guys, this will be the result. I think it's one of my favorite projects, and I spent like $11 in this wreath, and I really love how it looks. It was very easy to do, and it looks amazing, and it's perfect for fall. I'm going to be using 2 of these wooden crates from Dollar Tree, and I want to join them and make them a little bit longer, like a long wooden crate. So for that, I'm going to be using hot glue, and I'm going to add it on one side of the crate and then glue them together. From there, I'm going to add some color, and for that, I'm going to be using my Waverly chalk paint in black color. I just give it 1 coat of paint, make sure that everything is covered, and then dry it. To dry this project and all my projects, I love to use my heat tool because it is much faster and easier. In the description, you can find the link of this product. Once everything is dry, I will use my sanding sponge, and I will sand all the edges of the crate to highlight the natural color of the wood. This is not necessary, but I really love how it looks. Now, I also want to give this project some height, so for that I'm going to be using the other wooden caps that I have left over. And the first thing I did was to paint them with my Waverly waxing antique color and then let them dry. To stick them, I'm going to be using hot glue, and I'm going to glue 1 on each corner of the crate. From there, the only thing you need to do is to fill and decorate your crate as you want. I decided to use this greenery. It's from Walmart. And then I decided to add some cotton balls. These ones are from Hobby Lobby, but you can find also cotton balls at Dollar Tree. And then I also add foxtail to finish filling any space that I have left over, and I think it looks super good. I love the neutral colors it has, and I think it is perfect for the fall season and maybe Christmas. What do you think? Okay, for the next project, I'm going to be using these stir sticks from Walmart. They are the 5-gallon ones, and it brings 3 in each package for only $1. And in total, I will be using 5 sticks for this project. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is to choose 4 sticks, and with my saw machine, I'm going to be cutting the end of the sticks where you can see like that wooden design. Once all the 4 sticks are cut, you can put them all together very straight, and you need to make sure that the stick that you didn't cut is in the center. So that's why you need 5. You're going to put 2 on one side and the other 2 on the other side, and the largest one in the center. Then to join all the sticks, I'm going to be using about 5 popsicle sticks, and I'm going to glue them with hot glue on the back side. You can use hot glue or maybe wooden glue to make sure that it's going to be stronger. Now, I want these to look like a big wooden paddle cutting board, and to make it look better, I think it's very important if you sand the edges. So for that, I'm going to be using my Dremel, and I'm going to sand all the edges just to make them look rounder and better. I'm going to be sanding all the edges, and just in case, this Dremel is from Amazon, and in the description of this video you can find a link of this product just in case that you are interested. I want this DIY to be like a wooden paddle pedestal. So for the legs, I'm going to be using 4 of these sticks that I cut about 2 inches long, just from a piece of wood that I have at home. So I decided to glue 1 to each sides of the wooden paddle board with hot glue, or maybe you can use wooden glue to make it stronger. Guys, if you don't have these types of wood, you maybe can use like candle holders or maybe the lid of something that you have at home and that you think is going to look good. Once everything is glued, I'm going to be painting this entire piece using my Waverly Waxing Antique color. Guys, if you want, you can use maybe wood stain. I prefer to use this one because it doesn't smell so bad like the wood stain. Or you can also paint these and give it the color you prefer. Once everything is dry, it's time to decorate, and you can decorate this piece for any season. That's one of the reasons that I really love this DIY, and I'm going to decorate it for fall by placing this big ceramic pumpkin that I have and I get from a thrift store, and I'm going to add some leaves, and you can add also smaller Dollar Tree pumpkins like this ones that I already paint in copper color in another video, and you can fill in empty spaces with deer antlers, cotton balls, smaller pumpkins, greenery, foxtail, and you can also add vases with wreaths or maybe candles for a cozy vibe. And that's what I did. I changed it a little bit and I placed this decor in my dining table. I think this project looks beautiful with a high-end looking, but actually is a very inexpensive piece to do using things from Dollar Tree or maybe things that you have at home or things that you can get for only $1. I will use this plastic bucket from the Dollar Tree. I think they bring 2 or 3 in a single package for just $1. They sell them in many colors, and this was the one I got, but I really need it in white, so I will be painting it with my white semi-gloss spray paint. From there, I will be using black acrylic paint, and with a sponge I will be re-highlighting the edges of the bucket to create an enamel look. And I will be painting the bottom, the top, and the handle of my bucket in black color. Then I will begin to stick this Dollar Tree letters, stickers in black color. You can write whatever you want to your bucket, and I'm going to write the word pumpkin in the center of my bucket. At the top, farm fresh, and at the bottom I just stick the price of my pumpkins. Then I just put some foam inside the bucket. This is just a foam that I already had on hand. I will use this pumpkin filler from the Dollar Tree that brings like 3 pumpkins hanging from the branch, and I'm going to be putting 3 of these pumpkin fillers in the foam inside the bucket and trying to accommodate each branch to make it look good. Finally, I just put this Spanish moss to fill the bucket and cover that the foam is not visible. This will be the result of our project, and I love it. I really like it, and I think it's super cute, and it's very, very, very easy to do. You will need this metal pipe pen from the Dollar Tree. This project is inspired in a picture that I see, I think on Pinterest, I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm gonna try to recreate this. So I'm going to create a galvanized look, and I must paint it using the colors white and pewter gray and a brush. First, I apply the gray color with my brush, giving like little pieces to my metal pipe pen, creating as many small dots. I hope that makes sense. And then apply the white color using the same technique. You can go back and forth between the colors until you are satisfied how your piece looks like. Then I want to create like an older piece, so I'm going to use the color burnt umber and this sponge again. And I will apply the color mostly on the edges of my pipe pen. Now I'm going to create the base using these wooden blocks. I'm going to start by gluing 3 blocks together to form a square. From there, I will attach a block in the center of each side of the square, forming what looks like a cross. And then another block on each side to make it longer. This is the perfect way for me to be able to create a base for the pipe pen that fits the exact size. So I used my burnt umber paint, and with a brush I started to create it. You must create 2 of these bases that are the same. Now I'm going to create the legs. I'm going to stick 3 blocks of wood together. You can use wood glue or hot glue. You must make 4 of these lines of blocks in total with 3 blocks attached, and then paint them with the distress look. I'm going to use my E6000 and hot glue to stick one of the bases to the pipe end. And then I paste the lines of blocks on each side of the base that we just stick to the pan. And finally hit the other base blocks, and you must be careful and wait until all the pieces are already dry. Hit some popsicles to make it stronger and safer. In the end, I did not like the contrast of the distress look in the wood with the galvanized pipe pan. So I decided to paint the whole base with my burnt umber color. Once it's all dry, I put a pumpkin, a cotton balls that I already have from I think the past year, and some greenery. For our next project, I will be using this wooden box that I just purchased at Walmart on clearance, and it also has foam inside. You are able to recreate this project. You can use so many things, maybe a shoebox or a Dollar Tree plastic box. I'm going to use this burlap fabric that I already had in my house, and I purchased at Walmart as well a long time ago. I'm going to start lining this box, and I'm going to use my hot glue gun to be able to glue each end of the burlap fabric. It's super simple to do, but be careful, because if you are using hot glue, which is the best option because it dries faster, you can burn through all the holes that this fabric has, so be careful. Then I just use 2 other small pieces of the burlap fabric, fold the edges and glue them, so that way when you stick them on the 2 ends of the box that are missing, they are going to look so much better. When you use hot glue, try to put it in areas where you can see it, so that way your project is going to look nice and clean. Now I'm going to use this wooden sign from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to be removing the metal piece that says thankful and grateful. I'm going to use my hot glue gun, and very carefully, because it gets very hot, I will be sticking it in the center of one of the side of our box. Then I will be using my buffalo check ribbon, and I will be sticking it around the edges of the top of our box. That way we're gonna have different colors and textures, and I just love the nice touch it gives. Once you're done, this is how the box will look. Now for the inside, I will be using these fall leaves that I also have from last year, but I will be changing the color because this year I don't want to use so much orange in my fall decor. I want like more neutral colors. So I will start separating all the leaves in groups of 2, and I will be painting them using my Waverly chalk paint in plaster color, in mineral color, in hazelnut color, and my elephant color. In a set of leaves, I will be applying 2 colors. One leaf in elephant color and the other in plaster color, and make sure to paint both sides so that way the leaves looks better. And the other leaves I will be applying hazelnut color and mineral color. Once you have finished painting all the leaves, it's time to start placing them inside the box. But first I will put some Spanish moss to cover the green color that my foam has. And I'm going to put this beautiful pumpkin from the Dollar Tree. At first, I just started to put the leaves on the top, trying to distribute the colors. But then I started to place the metal sticks that the leaves originally have to give it more height in a corner and make it look better. And I also decided to place some leaves that I already had on this burlap material to give it a little more texture. My love, this is how our projects will look, and I love it because they are super neutral colors and very farmhouse style to decorate my home in this fall season. And I hope you'll like this project as much as I do. Going to be using this Dollar Tree home sign, and in fact I love this sign as it is, but the home part is upside down, so I decided to basically fix that, making another DIY for my cheer tray. So the first thing I'm going to do is to remove the jute twine and the bow, because I'm going to reuse it later. And from there I decided to paint this sign using chalk paint in plaster color and give it 2 coats of paint to my sign. If you want to give it a little bit more dimension to the sign, I think you can use another paint color. I decided to use the mineral color and it will look super cool. Guys, I love that the edges of my pieces have a distressed look, and once the paint was dry I decided to use my sanding sponge and sand all the edges of the sign to make it look better. From there you can write by hand, you can use stickers, a stencil. I decided to use my Cricut Joy and I make a decal that said hello fall on black vinyl and I stick it on my sign. I leave a space in the center of the sign to place 2 of these wooden stickers. I'm going to be using pumpkins and I paint 2 of them and I stick them in the center of my sign with hot glue. And finally I decide to put the jute twine with the bow and the bead around the top part of the sign because I think it looks so cool and so beautiful. So yeah, that will be all for the project. I'm going to be using one of these Dollar Tree clay pots, and I want it to look a little bit different, but I don't want to paint this clay pot, so I decided to use some Walmart clothesline rope and I cut 2 pieces and I tied 2 knots on each side. I made 2 of them and then I decided to stick them on the sides of the clay pot with hot glue to make it look like handles, and it will look super cool that way. From there, I will place a few pieces of foam that I just have at home to fill the clay pot, and then I add some Spanish moss on the top from Dollar Tree. I decide to put some leaves on it, and then finally I add 3 small pumpkins in different colors and sizes from Dollar Tree. If you want, guys, you can write something to the clay pot like pumpkins 10 cents and it will look super cool, but I really want these to look simple and I just leave it like that, and I love how it turned out. For the next project, I really want to reuse this pot of vitamins that I have at home for my kids, and I love the size and the shape that it has. So I decided to change the color and give it a spray paint coat in metallic copper color, and I bought this spray paint from Amazon, and in the description you can find the link of where you can get it. This is how it will look, and I love it because you can do the same by reusing any container that you have, and maybe you can put some greenery inside and it will look amazing. For the next project, I'm going to be using this small Dollar Tree sign, and the first thing I did was to remove the home metallic piece that it had. I wanted to add something simple but with a pattern or something that looks good, so I decided to use this scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby. So I just measure, mark, and then cut a square piece and glue it with hot glue to the sign. As I said, guys, you can use stickers or a decal or write it by hand, but I'm going to be using my Cricut, and I made this decal that said give thanks, and I stick it in the sign. Once I stick that, I think that the sign needs something else, so I decided to use my chalk paint in mineral color and I paint the edges of the sign, but actually at the end I decided to change the color for a burnt umber color because I think it will look much better and the sign is going to pop out a little bit more. Next, I want to put this cute Dollar Tree mini picture in my cheer tray. So what I'm going to be doing is to use the white side of this picture, and I'm going to place these Dollar Tree wheats inside. I really want to use like neutral colors, but adding the metallic copper here and there so I think that this width works perfectly with the whole theme. The last thing I want to show you is this Dollar Tree lantern. It has a good size and it is perfect to decorate now for fall. The only thing I didn't love is the color and the distressed look that it has. So I want to change that and make it look more high quality. So the first thing I did was to cover the clear part of the lantern with some tape, and that way it's not going to get paint that part. And then I will use spray paint in semi-gloss ivory color, and I'm going to give it one coat of paint, and once it is dry you can remove all the blue tape. Now it is time to decorate the tier tray, and at the top I will start by placing this small riser to create more height, and on the top I'm going to add the house sign that we made. Then I will place the picture with the widths in the back of the tier tray because it is quite high, and in the front I will add the clay pot with the pumpkins. To fill the spaces, I will be using these beautiful eucalyptus leaves that I bought from Amazon, and I love them. They're very budget friendly and high quality. And just to finish on the top part of the tier tray, I'm going to add some pumpkins here and there. At the bottom of the tier tray, I'm going to place another riser. These ones are from the Target Dollar Spot. And then I'm going to place one of these velvet pumpkins from Dollar Tree. And next to it, I'm going to place this one. It is a ceramic pumpkin that I just painted with the metallic copper spray paint. Now I will place more of these eucalyptus to fill in all the spaces and give it that green touch that I just love. I bought these eucalyptus leaves from Amazon, and in the description box I leave you the link of where you can get it. From there, I'm going to place these vase that I paint on the back side of the tier tray, and on the front I'm going to put this give thanks sign to create a contrast of colors. On the other side, I will place these white lantern that we paint with the spray paint, and then to fill that empty space, I'm going to add this Dollar Tree hay with a pumpkin on the top. Guys, you can put leaves, you can put foxtail, cotton balls, and pumpkins here and there, and arrange your decor pieces as you like, trying to create contrast between the colors, the shapes, and the textures that you decide to use in your tier tray. My loves, this will be the result of all the DIYs that I made in today's video using Dollar Tree supplies, and this will be the result of my tier tray, and I just hope that you like this video. And if you like these ideas, please give me a big thumbs up. That really helps to support this channel, and let me know in the comments which of these 20 ideas to decorate for fall is one of your favorites. Please let me know that in the comments, and make sure that you are subscribed, that you hit the bell, and that you share this video with friends and family. Remember to follow me on all my social media pages, my webpage jazomy.com, and my other channel Jazomy Home. We're going to be uploading a new video super soon, so make sure that you are subscribed and that you hit that bell on my other channel Jazomy Home. The link is going to be, like always, in the description box of every single video. So yeah, stay tuned and see you in the next one. Mwah. Bye guys.